Hi everyone! During the last session, we have shown how to make a monthly payment simulator to calculate how much money we have to repay each month to repay a debt. For example, 20,000 here during a period of 12 months, and we can set the yearly rate as 6%, and we can establish immediately the table of repayment, and we can see that at the end of the 12th month all the capital have been repaid. And from the next row, there's a double test. At first we test if B27 here, is it 0? Is it 0? No, it's 12. It's 12, so it's false. For this text, it's false. And then we jump to this part. This part is also a logical test, and we will test if B25. So that means its previous row is this cell is reached the number of period D6. D6 is just here. D6 is just here. Number of period. Is this the number of period 12? Yes. So for this logical test is true, and we will set this cell as 0. When this cell is set as 0, the following cells in their logical test, it will test B26. That means the beginning column of this row, is it 0? If it's 0, and it will automatically be set as 0. So for the following cells, they are automatically set as 0. And then for the following row, we will test at the beginning is its previous row the same position. Is that 0? If yes, it's 0. So this cell is set automatically as 0, and the following cells, as we have explained, they are automatically set as 0. For the beginning of this row is 0. So there are plenty of zeros. There are plenty of zeros at the end of the table. We have allowed the number of input as 480. So until nearly 500 lines, all this table is set as 0. That's not what we want, for the calculation have been ended here. So I want to hide them. That means I want to set the font color as white. So when it's white, we cannot see it. So what I want is just to set all the zeros, all the cells of zeros as 0, as white. So what can I do? I will use conditional formatting. So I will select this cell. If we select a single cell, and then we can highlight cell rules, and then equal to if the value of this cell equals 2. For example, we can input 0 here, and then what I want this is set up when the test is true. I want the color to be white. So when I click OK, and it becomes white here. Such as the other cells, just set conditional formatting, and then equal to, and then when we input the value of 0, that means for each cell if its value is 0, we will set it as white. So all these parts are set as white. What I want is all the following rules set as white. So I have to select all these parts. So I will select B26 until H, for example, H we have allowed 480. There's already 13 lines. So until B H 493, just like this, and or just 500, doesn't matter. So when we have input that means from B26, that means B26, from B26 and until 500, until about 500, just like this, we can select them. Just input this and press Enter key just to select them. And we can also enlarge all this area. For example, begin with B14 and H, for example, 500. So press Enter key. We have selected all these cells, and we will check. We will check whether it equals to 0. If yes, it will be set as white color. So when we set up the conditional formatting as that, we have hide all of these following cells, because their value was 0. You could see that. In these cells, they are not void, they are not empty. There's something in it, but we have just set the font color as white, and they have just become invisible. So they have been hidden like that. In this way, I have left only the calculations invisible.